it is extremely difficult to make money as a musician in Japan. And the main reason for that is because you must be known. You must be well known. So a lot of people, they have that dream, that image that you go to Japan and everyone will come to see you. That dream is over. It ended in 1990.
Yeah.
In Japan, Japanese people are a communication culture. If JJ is playing in a venue and no one's ever heard of him, and he tells someone, oh yeah, come see me tomorrow night, they're all excited, oh yeah, okay, I'll come. But then their friend has a birthday party, who's gonna win? So it's all about friends telling friends, oh yeah, come to this event. I know this person, he's a good person, he's a good actor. So the key definitely is communication, communicating, getting the name out there. Flyers do not get the name out. They're just a piece of paper. The way to get the name out is to promote physically, word of mouth, or events promoting that special, that artist or that event.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, thank you, Jay-Z. See, I'm in Japan, I forget everything. Jay-Z, how did he get his start? So he's invited to the conference, and he tells about how he, sold his CDs out of the trunk, how he, went grassroots, and then got picked up, and then, climbed the ladder slowly. There's nothing in Japan to explain to people, to show people how to pull themselves out of the dark, dingy, live houses and move up to the next step. The only way those artists move up to the next step is by a lucky break from Avex or some, Epic or something, who through a relative or through some sneaky little contact pulls out. But then once they're up, they never look down. They aren't permitted to look down. They can never go back and play those small places, because once they're big, they can pack a small 300-person venue. And in the States, in Canada, you've got that kind of system where those artists come back as headliners, and the unknown guy does an opening spot in front of 500 people, and then that's their little staircase out of the hole. But in Japan, it's separate. SMAP does a concert, they do it all by themselves. No opening act, no nothing. If there's another act, they're the same level as SMAP. Well, what I found in Japan, and it's the same, Jimi Hendrix, I don't know if you know much of his history, but he performed and performed and performed and performed until he was flat broke in the States. And then he went to England and blew up. And then he came back to the States and blew up. But then he died. And then he blew up even more. It's the same in Japan. You're not going to, even Japanese artists, you're never going to blow up in Japan until you go somewhere else and blow up, and then you'll come back here and people are like, oh man, you played there, you did a world tour, oh wow. We haven't been paying attention to you up to now, but from now on we will. Something that's on the internet, people talk about it in real life.
Sure.
So just having that go outside of the computer. Oh man, have you heard of this guy Legrand? Oh yeah, I saw him in Second Life. Check out this YouTube video. And then from there, and that's another thing, actually, putting his Second Life performances on YouTube.
Sure. Yeah.
YouTube is seen everywhere. So then that automatically goes into Japan. Pretty much the people who like Western music, either they're studying English or they're listening to it because they want to study English, or they spent time overseas so they speak English, or they just like the image of the music. Those people who don't understand English, they don't listen to Western music. Is that, I've talked to a lot of Japanese people. Oh yeah, all I listen to is Western music because they like it. They hate Japanese music. The J-pop, that morning musume kind of fabricated style. But there are other people who listen to only J-pop. They never listen to Western music. So, there's that clear-cut line. So, yeah, as far as, translating the English lyrics, nah. People who got their head beat in high school growing up with English, they're sick of English. They don't want anything to do with English. So they aren't going to listen to it regardless of whether you translate it or not.